You start. And we are live. Mr. Trips, if you want to bring us in, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Thanks everybody for coming. Sorry about my lighting; it's a little obnoxious tonight. Um, Welcome me back. I've been gone. My apologies. Got a lot of stuff going on in the background. It's all positive, all good stuff. So I appreciate y'all bearing with me. Let's see. Get some early bird chats. Of course, Batman up there in Canadian maple syrup land first. Techman Ty, ahoy to you as well, sir. Let's see, the man, he's always here. Appreciate you, man. You're always around. Bartman X as one of his aliases. Thanks for joining us, brother. Appreciate you being here. Floor, I think that's how you say it. Buddy love seeing you here. Appreciate you. Um, let's see, Rad CPU man coming in, and Amplifier Gaming. Appreciate you guys joining us for the stream. As you can see, our fearless leader, he may pop in. I'm not sure, to be honest with you, what his schedule's like, but he was basically driving, doing some stuff. So just asked Lupe, Dragon, and I to hop in and fill in his absence. So I apologize. You got to look at my ugly mug and don't get to see him. But yeah, got some good stuff cooking. I can kind of start out with my stuff. Still been on kind of hiatus, which is actually working out great for me. As I said, I got some stuff going on in the background. There a lot of work going on with myself and the house. So basically, we're getting it ready to sell. So just putting some lipstick on her. If anybody needs a house, and let me know. I'll be selling mine here shortly.
Golf
But
clap chat.
yeah, just hanging tight with the app once the database is up and running again, which we'll get to here in a little bit. I'll be able to kick it in high gear again. And Android's already, if you didn't know, I'm sure I'm just beating a dead horse at this point, but Android, it's basically we had to clear 14 days of testers. So thanks again to all my testers. Do appreciate you sticking it out. No issues on that. So, you all did what you needed to do, and golf clap on that one. We really appreciate it. The other thing is the Apple. So we kind of let them chill for a while, as you can see. And what we're going to do is resubmit the app as soon as, again, once the database is up, running, secure, and all that good lot. We'll resubmit to Apple, and hopefully we've satisfied all of their needs yet again. What we found out, and Batman rightfully pointed it out to me, we actually get a different reviewer each time. So essentially, the conversation that we had previously it's not null and void, but even if we remind them of it, it's kind of like, oh yeah, okay, well then you can go ahead with that. But then again, there's this. So we're just going back and forth on that. I think we're in a good place once we resubmit the app. Should be cross our fingers. Should be good to go. Yeah. Other than that, just been hanging out in Discord as much as possible. I'm still around. Still always have my phone on me. Kids did start school this week, so schedule changed a little bit. Yeah, man, it's crazy. My oldest, he goes at 9, and then my youngins are in kindergarten now, and they go in the afternoon, so they don't go until 1. So it's kind of like a weird day for me now. So I just got to adjust to it. But then I pick them both up at around 4. So I'm always free. If you need something in Discord, please ping me. I try to be there as much as possible. All right,
Well,
I've talked.
yeah, I was gonna say, let me touch on something real quick because you brought up the app, right?
Yep.
I know that, well, as far as I know, we haven't really talked a whole ton about kind of some of the changes that are coming. So, as most of you know who have used the app, at least you all know that the Web3 portal and the app do not share the same credentials, which means you have to have a separate account for each uh, aspect. And I will say that the trials and tribulations that we've been through in the recent past are more like a blessing in disguise for us because it's basically influenced us to go ahead and integrate both of the two together. So I am excited to say that we are getting very close to the point where the app is going to be able to go live again. I know Batman has been doing tripled overtime this whole last month or so, trying to get everything done as quickly as possible, and not to put him on the spot or anything. I don't want to give an exact date or time of when it's going to happen, but he was very confident that we'll be much sooner than later for all of that to go live. So I know there were some things going on in the background that's way more technical than I could ever explain to you, that they're working to get finished. And that's going to be done real soon, assuming there are no major curveballs that come our way. So he did mention to me that there is potential for us to require you to change your password whenever this happens again. Which, well, I say happens again whenever the app goes live. And so the cool thing is, like I said, you'll be able to use the same login for both the Web3 portal and for the app. It's just, to add that extra level of security, we're most likely going to require everybody to create a new password. So uh, just wanted you guys to be aware of that, but it's very close, everybody. And the what they're working on doesn't just affect the app; it affects everything basically. But yeah, they're getting real close to having that complete. So
Yeah, we just again, I'm sorry. I just want to thank Batman again for all of the work he puts in, man. Um, he literally does all of the stuff that we couldn't handle. I'm trying to say it as delicately as possible so it doesn't sound off, but all of the stuff that there's no way it would take us years to accomplish what he's doing in weeks. So again, if you see Batman in chat, please send him a thank you. Every time I talk to him, I'm sure to thank him for his hard work. But
for sure.
on the coattails of Lupe, yeah, we're close. We're really close. I'm excited to get back in.
Like, I don't think there's ever been a time where I've talked to him and he's not working. Like, legitimately,
Yeah,
for the sake of this project with no financial benefit, this man is working more hours on this project than most people work in their full-time job.
yeah,
And that is, and not only that, but his regular normal life with probably family and kids, right?
for
Like,
sure.
yeah. So shout out to Batman. He's the
Shout
goat.
out to Batman. But yeah, on other than that, yeah, the man. Thank you for thanking Batman. Other than that, the app really to get it up and running. I'm pretty sure. I mean, I'm 99% sure though. All I need is one key. He gives that to me. I put it in. I build. I resubmit. I update, and it's live. So, yes, it's very close. And then kind of on the same thing, dragging anything on the pools that we might want to know about or anything changing or anything like that.
As of right now, I don't think we are changing anything. I know that there was talks about changing changing the web address and mining address to a different server just to offload, but that's been postponed, I believe, temporarily until the databases all get settled. I'm not 100% sure if we're doing that.
Right
I think we're definitely doing that. We're unsure of the time frame right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's, I mean, again, we're just trying to I guess streamline would be the right word, I suppose. Streamline everything, so because we're not putting all of our eggs in the same basket as we did with the AWS. We're kind of splitting the load accordingly. I think we touched on it a bit in Discord and maybe on previous streams, but I'll call it our main database is it's literally a database. I hope I'm not going to get kicked in the butt for saying this by Batman, but it's literally a data center. I hope again he doesn't kill me, but he sent us a picture he probably shouldn't have taken because I don't know. I know they're real secretive in there, but I mean, it was just rows of cages. Batman does not F around. I will say that. I've known him for 6 months already, at least 6 months. The project's 8 months old, so at least 6 months. And he doesn't F around. Like if I've learned one thing from Batman, it's how to do things correctly. So that's our main storage point or data exchange point, which is extremely secure. I mean, I guarantee some of the big names have servers or racks, whatever you want to call it, in that actual facility. State of the art. It's top notch. The other end, I know Dave's hosting some of it still. We're also talking about Brandon has some server. I don't even know if to call it a server itself, but he has 2 machines that we're going to utilize as servers. I think they actually are servers. I'll let him touch on that next time he pops on. But yeah, he's got a location that basically has 24-hour uptime. It's not going to be a huge cost to the community, or actually to us. But it's going to be split between a couple different locations. Well, obviously, I feel like we'll keep the most important stuff in the actual data center. But Dave is such a whiz at getting stuff up and running, and just utilizing what he's got, and it's pretty amazing for a kid that I keep calling him a kid. I apologize. He's an adult. He has a child. But yeah, he's got some storage there too. He's got a lot of storage, and as well 24-hour service. Basically, the power is going to be on all the time. The fiber line is going to always be hooked up. But yeah, that's kind of how we're dealing with moving off of AWS, I suppose. Speaking of that, Lupe, you spoke with Batman a little bit about what we encountered today. How much of that were we allowed to share?
Yeah, I'll touch on that. Before I do that, though, funny story. You mentioned earlier that we're 8 months old.
Yeah.
Nah, it's like 9 months, brother. A little over 9 months, actually.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's been that long.
Yeah, because it was what, December 4th?
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, so I got the pleasure of speaking with Batman shortly before this live stream, which is amazing because he gets to tell us exactly what all's going on, and there's nobody better to hear from than Mr. Batman, right? But obviously, he told me things that I did not comprehend as far as the technical standpoint goes. But
you're not alone, dude. You're not alone.
I got the gist of things, right? So, another shout out, obviously Batman does a lot of work, but recently we onboarded a new security guy. Shout out to JT. And, JT started getting to work. I think it was maybe yesterday or the day before. So, we've been kind of in a lull where we had to get some high priority items done before he was really able to dive in and kind of help Batman out with some security stuff. And while doing that, he actually was able to help Batman and Dave recover slash rebuild some of the things that were lost in our last debacle a month and a half ago. And again, super technical, above my head. But for you guys, I can let you know that this is definitely uh, bridged the gap on some time frame on when we can get these things like the app rolled out and the database ready for integration with the Web3 portal and the app. And so this was huge for us. I don't code much outside HTML, I guess, but I know that I've been listening to them for the last 4 weeks or so, and I know that they have been going through hell trying to get everything recreated. And you know it's been a task for Batman, Brandon, I mean not Brandon, definitely Brandon too, but Batman and Dave. And so just the fact, even if we were to be able to recover just the tiniest bit of information, it helps relieve some of that workload so much from them. And from what I gathered, at least, again, from a moron, it was a significant amount of help that they were able to recover. So, again, shout out to JT for, kind of leading the way on that one and helping us get to a point where we can, provide the services that we initially intended to provide to our community. And so, that being said, this is kind of why I brought up earlier that we are very close to the point where everything is fully functional and operational the way that it was, a month and a half ago, ready to go. And so, yeah, that's a huge positive for the team and then hopefully for the community. So, again, I don't want to give timelines because I don't want to twist them up, but yeah, it's coming soon. So shout out to that. And honestly, like we said, they've been working extra hard in the background. So that being said, there's not a whole ton of innovations or exciting things that we can really talk about in these live streams. So I think for the most part, that's really all of the crucial, important stuff that we have to cover. If I'm wrong, you guys can chime in at any point, but I think really that just leads us to the fun part of the stream, right? So, as most of you know, I would hope, um, a couple weeks ago, I think it's been a couple weeks now. Yeah, a couple weeks ago, we had our first community poker event, which was a load of fun, right? I think we had 18 people sign up or 19.
I got eighth place, buddy.
Shoo, I got third. Yeah, no.
I forgot you. Yeah, you bagged right off early.
Yeah, dude. I hit a lick.
You had some power. You had some power.
I think realistically, we probably had like 12 to 14 active players, which was
I think so. Yeah,
it was a lot of fun, man. I enjoyed it. Not just because I did well, it was just fun to be able to hang out with everybody.
For sure.
Majorly flop a live stream for that. We tried so hard, but it was just not. We did not do well with that one. But
I think once we got Joker Minor commentating, that was it. That was decent.
Yeah. And so that being said, a positive note when it comes to that stream, I think we learned a lot. Now, will we capitalize on what we learned? Probably not, right? Well, we're definitely going to try. And I think it's going to be better than it was the first time. So, that's exciting. But having all that been said, last live stream, we got announced to everybody that we were going to be hosting a poll for the community because there was some feedback inside of the live stream that some people weren't able to make the day that we chose because we chose a Tuesday, which is kind of a weird night to do poker, especially considering the time frame. And it really didn't last that late, which was kind of convenient. But I just want to throw this out there, and hopefully my Discord is currently. Oh, here it goes. It's up to date now. So if you want to be a part of the next poker night, which I believe is going to be next week or this coming week, the poll is still live in the Jellyfc announcements channel. And you have about 15 minutes left for you to go cast your vote on what day is more convenient. I did have some feedback from another community member that people can vote on more than one option together. And to be honest with you, I did that by design because I know that some people are only available on one day. Some people, 2 of the 3 days are more convenient than the other, and some don't care at all. So they'll do all 3. So I did that so that everybody could, have a voice on what's going to work for them and whatnot. So as of right now, the results show that Tuesday night is the most convenient out of everybody with 6 votes. And then Saturday is right behind it with 5 votes. And Friday was selected as 3. So clearly everybody's having way more fun on Friday nights than they are on Tuesdays and Saturdays. So yeah, again, 15 minutes. If you'd like to join in, you're welcome to. Where we do it at is Poker Stars. And, honestly, it was extremely convenient, if you will. I mean, you guys have had plenty of time to see it. If you're a new Poker Stars member, whenever you create an account and you verify your email address, it will automatically credit you 50,000 chips. Also, every 4 hours, there's a button you can click and it'll give you 15,000 chips. I believe it was 20,000 chips to enter, and then it was 10,000 for a rebuy. So you have plenty of options there. Again, if you're a new user, I would strongly recommend you sign up now just so you can get that credit of points. But I think with this one right here, it's going to be a much lighter payout pool than it was for the previous one. The previous one, I think we paid all the way out to 10th with various things. There were certain products like a cell hasher was number 1, and then a lot of other people received some jellyfish, which was cool. And I think this time, I think staff members are the ones fronting the bill for the payout. So like basically, I know myself and Trips, whatever we won at the previous tournament, we're just going to throw that right back into the next one because there's really no point in us winning anything, honestly. But just so that we have prizes for the next event, I know mine will be probably first and second. His might be third or, whatever. And I know that like Dave had mentioned that he might have some hardware he can throw in. So it's not going to be anything like it was the first one as far as prizes go. But I think the goal is for us to do this every other week, maybe. And so we'll say like the first event of the month, we'll probably do prizes like we did the first one. The second event of the month will probably just be for fun. And then, if it just so happens that staff members win prizes, we might throw it up for the second event. But I think that's what we're going to do moving forward. So, like I said, last time, 20 or 18, I think, signed up. 12 people showed. We're going to be doing a live stream with commentary. And of course, it'll have a delay so that there's no rigmarole, right? But yeah, so.
Yeah, we realized that real quick. We were like, wait, if we stream, people can see our hand, and then no, let's not do that. So
and by the way, it is extremely challenging to play with a 5-minute delay and comment and not spoil things.
Well, dude, the problem was is when the big things would happen, you'd be like, oh, and then you couldn't talk about it. And then it kind of, so we'll work around that. I don't know what we can do. Maybe I was honestly thinking that there has to be a way that somebody else that's not playing can, just view the tournament and not see hands. So we'll look into that.
Oh, yeah, I think there probably is.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
I think it probably is.
We'll just have somebody do that. We'll figure it out though. Like Lupe said, there's growing pains in everything we do almost. So.
Yeah, and also another thing that was brought up before this tournament was somebody mentioned that like it's inconvenient for us to have to be tied to a computer in order to do the poker tournament. And what we found is you can actually do it on mobile. It doesn't have to be on the computer. So it's convenient, can be convenient for everybody. And yeah, so also I'd like to note that if you go into the Poker Tourney channel, I believe there are instructions on how to sign up. I think Brandon even made a video about it, showing everybody how to do it. And so all the information's there. By all means, though, if you need help, feel free to submit a ticket. We'll definitely help you figure out how to get it going because obviously the more engagement, the better. And it's more fun. So yeah.
And honestly, it's not like high pressure, high stakes. You can literally watch TV and play with us. So, I mean, don't feel like you gotta, dedicate, in a dark room, all focused. We're just looking to have some fun. We're not serious players.
Awesome. Well,
Sweet.
guys, I know this was a shorter than usual live stream. So,
well, we don't have the man, the myth, and the legend.
Well, yeah, he's out there driving, baby.
He is out
doing
there
the
driving.
Lord's work.
Right, real quick before we go, claps to Bitcoin, another all-time high hit.
Shout out to Solana right now, baby.
Shout out to Solana, kicking ass, taking names. Appreciate you. Another one that I'm not even going to clap for it, but I'm going to give it a shout out is Ethereum. I mean, that one, I honestly was worried that it would never see its all-time high again.
Dude, me too, honestly.
But hey, you never know. Good things are happening, it seems. I read an article yesterday. I can't remember who it was, but it was a known guy. And they're still claiming that the bull run is imminent. And I mean, anything above, I think 125 is just icing on the cake. So if we see 125, I will be a very happy man.
Yeah. Awesome.
Sweet.
All right, guys. Well,
thanks for sticking with us.
Yeah, I know it was brutal having to look at his face and listen to my voice,
I know. This may be the last time this setup is here.
Hey, let me ask you a question now that you said that.
Yeah.
One last hoorah.
Oh, yeah, I can play a couple games.
All right, let's do it, baby. We out here. We're gonna play some Forza, you know what I'm saying? I know Batman's probably busy working and all, but maybe, just maybe, we can suck him in to taking a quick little break, even though he's dedicated. But yeah.
Yeah, I can play till like 11, which means 11:30.
All right. We got about an hour. You know what I mean?
I want to do some oval tracks.
Okay.
I want to do some oval tracks.
Okay.
I love oval tracks. You go for best lap. You really, best lap is in an oval track.
Yeah, I guess. All right, whatever. Yeah. We'll do oval tracks. Okay.
All right, bro.
All right, y'all. Appreciate you showing up.
Thanks,
I'm going to go ahead and end the stream. So if you'd like to hang out for a little bit, we'll be in Discord at least for probably another hour, and we will see y'all there. So smash
See
the
ya.
like button if you haven't already.
Smash it.